Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. It's amazing to see FII3. As my divine wife, Prudence, says, today when you only have 10 minutes, it's a soundbite. But I thought we would prepare something for you that's 3 minutes, because, you know, on these gigaprojects, which are legendary in the kingdom now, a little fact check. If you take the 6 GCC countries, most of them are quite small, as you know. And 5 of them, other than Saudi, would fit into the state of California. But Saudi Arabia is 5 times the size of California. A lot of people don't know that. So when you're building a tourism industry, to take tourism GDP from 3% pre-COVID to 2030, where it's to be 10% of GDP, you have to put in a giant tourism infrastructure, which we're well in the way of doing, right? So just to give you another fact check, everybody knows Beverly Hills sitting in the Metroplex of Los Angeles. Beverly Hills is 14.7 million square meters. Diriyah is 14.2 million square meters. So before you had Saudi Arabia, which now on September 23rd will celebrate its 95th Unification Day, Saudi Arabia was called, as you all know, Arabia. But before you had Arabia, Arabia was called Diriyah, which was the first capital of the kingdom, which tomorrow, February 22nd, will be our 4th national holiday, celebrating the 300-year history of Diriyah, which is called Founding Day on the first Saudi state. So in order to celebrate the birthplace of the kingdom and the ancestral home of Al Saud, thanks to our king, the custodian of the 2 holy mosques, King Salman, and the great leadership of our dynamic Prime Minister and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, we took the UNESCO World Heritage Site, one of 8 in the kingdom, and we put together a 14 million square meter master plan, which will take care of an ecosystem of 100,000 people to live, work, recreate, pray, be schools, 2 major universities. This is for the intention of attracting 27 million visits by 2030. Now, I'm very pleased to tell you that the UNESCO site, which you're all welcome to come and see, we've already welcomed this week our 3 millionth visitor. But, you know, a lot of times people see great renderings and, you know, they see all this progress happening in Saudi Arabia. But for those of you who haven't had a chance to visit us, and please do, please come and see the great work that's being done in the kingdom. I wanted to show you how Diriyah, in just a few short years, has come out of the ground. So we took the custodian's image of Diriyah and the Crown Prince's image. We had to master plan it, 14 million square meters. We had to acquire the land. We had to demo the land. We had to put in billions of US dollars in infrastructure with all smart city technology. So even just 4 years in, we've already planted 6.5 million trees. We've opened hotels and museums. You're going to see it. Diriyah is on rock. To put the smart city below us, the smart infrastructure, we had a core drilled through 10 million cubic meters of rock. And we took out 700,000 loads of rock to put an environmentally friendly infrastructure below. The largest LEED's Platinum designation in environmental sensitivity in the world. So one point before we show this little 3-minute film that I think you'll love. We have 40,000 workers in central Riyadh daily now. We welcomed last night between the UNESCO site, our Bajeri restaurant district, and Diriyah season, our festival. We welcomed 11,000 people last night. All our properties are sold out. We've already sold over 14 billion SAR in advanced residential real estate in Diriyah, which at some point we will have 30,000 residences, right? The staff now is 3,200. I'm proud to tell you, 82% Saudi, 39% women, 16% of those women in leadership, management, full KPIs, full salaries. with no benchmarking, the best person for the job, right? And then the thing I'm most proud about, 14% of my staff from the community we serve, Diriyah. So we just won Best Place to Work. We just finished this past month, January. You ready for this? 209 million construction man-hours without a single fatality. So we have a healthy work site, a very happy staff. The staff aggregate age now is 31. You take me out, it probably goes to 29. But it's a very young, dynamic, positive, optimistic country now. So maybe you would enjoy seeing the 3-minute film just to see Diriyah coming out of the ground. Can we cue the film? Maybe from that little film, you could see we've been a little bit busy. The one thing I could say with great affection before I wish you a good morning is that when the boss, the Crown Prince, works an 80-hour week, you kind of have to work an 81-hour week. But you could see that I come from the school of what one can dream, one can conceive. So when you have the visionary leadership that we have in the kingdom, with two extraordinary visionaries at one time, the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman, and certainly our great Crown Prince. But I want to take a quick moment to thank our governor, His Excellency Yasser Al-Rumayyan. As you know, Diriyah is one of the PIF Gigaprojects, on time and on budget. Diriyah won, and most of the project will be done for the greatest World Expo ever staged for 2030 in Riyadh. I want to thank my longtime friend of decades, Richard Attias, for his leadership. In October, all of you, I hope, will be with us for FII 9. Diriyah will be having some major announcements and reveal on big openings and big developments. So this is just a little taste. That film is an invitation to come visit us. All are welcomed. You'll see a very positive, optimistic, dynamic country. Thank you for your support. Thank you, Miami. I lived here twice in the 80s and in the 90s. It's great to be back, and please come and visit us in the kingdom. See the great work being done by all these great young Saudis, and I hope you enjoyed it, and looking forward to seeing you on the other side. Only one today.